Welcome students. In the previous lecture, we have covered some of the mathematical tools. Today, we will go to start our lecture number 4 regarding to the mathematical tools, in which we will cover trigonometric part and the trigonometric ratios and all the relations which are useful in the physics for the trigonometry. Let's begin with today's lecture. Now, in the previous lecture, we have learned that the angle is being always measured in anti-clockwise direction. The theta can be calculated in the two ways, whether it is in radian or it is in degrees. Where we have studied that 1 pi radian is nothing but 180 degree, or 1 degree is nothing but pi by 180 radian. The radian is denoted by c, or we can say that 2 pi is nothing but 360 degree. So if you want to calculate the 60 degree, it is nothing but pi by 3. If you want to calculate the 30 degree, it is nothing but pi by 6. This pi is nothing but the radian. We have some numerical value of pi as well, that is 3.14 or 22 by 7. The radian, an angle subtended by the center of the circle by an arc whose length is equal to the radius of the circle, is called as 1 radian. When a body completes it one revolution, it completed how much angle? 360 degree, that is 2 pi. That theta is 360 degree, and the distance traveled is known as the circumference of the path. Next, coming to the conversion of the radian to the degree, we know that the 2 pi radian is 360 degree, or 1 radian is nothing but pi by 180 degree, or we can say that it is 57.27 degree, or 1 degree is equals to pi by 180 radian, or 1 radian is equals to 180 by pi degree. If you substitute the value of pi here 3.14, we'll get that 1 radian is equals to 57.27 degree. This is very much important, the conversion of radian to the degree. So 1 degree is being calculated in the degree, that is 57.27 degree, 1 radian. Now coming to the trigonometric ratios, let's begin with the part of the trigonometry. What does trigonometry means, why does it require, and what is the use of trigonometry? As we have discussed in the previous class, that trigonometry measures the angle by which a substance is being inclined, the angle of inclination, the height it has been traveled in the vertical form when it has moved some horizontal distance. So the tan theta ratio, we have the perpendicular upon base, that is the height travel in the vertical direction with respect to the horizontal direction. We have some trigonometric functions which you have learned in the previous classes, and those trigonometric functions were sine, cos, tan, cot, sec and cosec. We also know the relation between sine and cos, that sine is inversely proportional to 1 upon . Now let's begin with the values. If the triangle is making some acute angle, if it is making some obtuse angle, or any angle, the angle is always being measured in anti-clockwise direction. This should be remembered. There are fourth quadrant which has been shown in the figure. This is first quadrant, second quadrant, third quadrant and the fourth quadrant. In the first quadrant the triangle is made and the angle is acute. In the second quadrant the angle is little bit obtuse. In the third quadrant it is very obtuse. And the fourth quadrant it is having a certain value which is also obtuse. So first, second, third quadrant are being divided. So first, second, third, fourth quadrant are set up by the coordinate axis. Also we have discussed that in the first quadrant Next, coming to the trigonometric ratios of an angle, the sine theta is nothing but perpendicular upon hypotenuse. If we take at a triangle, then whatever the perpendicular it is, that is mn, and the hypotenuse is OM, and this is the theta, then the sine theta for this triangle is mn upon OM. Similarly, the cos theta, that is based upon hypotenuse. The full name of sine is sine, tangent, secant, cotangent, cosecant, and cosine. We also have studied in the previous lecture that a xy coordinate is being divided into 4 quadrant, that is first, second, third, fourth quadrant. All the functions, if we take, all the functions are positive in first quadrant. Sine and cosine, cosec is positive in second quadrant. Tan and cotangent is positive in third quadrant, and the remaining cos and sec is positive in the fourth quadrant. Let's begin with the relation between sine and cosine. I think everyone knows what is the relation between sine and cosec, tan and cot, sec and cosec, sec and let's begin with the relation between sine and cosec, cos and sec, tan and cot. As we have studied that cosec and sine both are inverse to each other, sec and cos are inverse to each other, and cot and tan are inverse to each other, right? The tan we have p upon b, so the cot we will have base upon hypotenuse. There is also some relation between sine and cos, that is sine square plus cos square theta is equals to 1, sec square theta is equal to 1 plus tan square theta, cosec square theta is equals to 1 plus cot square theta. These are some identities which you have learned in the previous classes. Now, some of the more important formulas regarding to the trigonometry are the combination of the angle. Sin A plus B is equal to sin A cos B plus cos A sin B. Sin A minus B is equals to sin A cos B minus cos A sin B. Cos A plus B is equals to cos A cos B minus sin A sin B. Cos A minus B is equals to cos A cos B plus sin A sin B. I'll recommend to everyone to please note down these formulas and learn these formulas, as these are very helpful in upcoming classes. Sin 2 theta is being represented as 2 sin theta and cos theta. Let's suppose there is an angle sin 2x. It can be represented as 2 sin x and cos x. Or we can say write it as sin 60 degree, which will be sin 2 into 30 degree, which will be written as 2 sin 30 cos 30. Because now the theta has become 30, so I can apply the formula. 2 sin 30 is 1 by 2, cos 30 is root 3 by 2, and if we get sin 60 degree is nothing but root 3 by 2. Yes, we are getting the same. Sin A plus B into sin A minus B is sin square A minus sin square B. Cos A plus B into cos A minus B is cos square A minus cos square B. Tan A plus B is tan A plus tan B upon 1 minus tan A tan B. Sin A plus sin B is equals to 2 sin A plus B by 2 into cos sin A minus B by 2. Sin A minus B is 2 cos A plus B by 2 into sin A minus B by 2. These are the divisions of the angle. These are the formulas which you have to learn. I suppose that you have gone through with these formulas. Let's begin to the next identities. We are having some formula of cos 2a as well. Cos 2 theta is nothing but 1 minus 2 sin square theta, or 2 sin cos square theta minus 1. Cos 2 theta can be written as cos square theta minus sin square theta, or cos square theta can further be written as 1 minus sin square theta. So we can write it as 1 minus 2 sin square theta, or we can write sin square theta as 1 minus cos square theta. Hence we can write it as 2 cos square theta minus 1. Now coming to the tan 2a, that is 2 tan a upon 1 minus tan square a. Tan a plus b is tan a plus tan b upon 1 minus tan a tan b. Tan a minus b is tan a minus tan b upon 1 plus tan a tan b. Look at the identities. I'll give you some short trick to learn these formulas. अगर यहाँ पर a माइनस भी आ रहा है तो ऊपर माइनस आएगा और नीचे प्लस आएगा. अगर यहाँ प्लस आ रहा है तो ऊपर प्लस आएगा और नीचे उसका माइनस आएगा. ऊपर दोनों आइसोलेट होंगे tan के फॉर्मूले में और नीचे दोनों कंबाइंड होंगे या फिर मल्टीप्लाई होंगे. राइट अगर cos स्क्वायर माइनस साइन स्क्वायर थीटा है देन इट विल बी cos 2 थीटा. इफ cos स्क्वायर थीटा माइनस साइन स्क्वायर थीटा है दिस इज नॉट cos स्क्वायर थीटा माइनस साइन स्क्वायर थीटा बेटा, बिकॉज यहाँ पर थीटा सेम नहीं है. ये a और b दो डिफरेंट एंगल्स हैं. So we cannot combine the formula number 7 and formula number 13. Next, similarly the formula number 6 which is sin square a minus sin square b. Next, coming if it is a plus b then plus will come and both are opposite, sin a cos b cos a sin b. If it is a minus b then minus will come, sin a cos b cos a sin b. But if it is plus in the cos formula, it will be minus. And cos A cos B similar, sin A sin B similar. If it is minus, then it will be plus. Cos A cos B similar, sin A sin B similar to this. So these were some formulas on the basis of which you can easily calculate any combination of the trigonometric functions. Right. Now, let's coming to some average value or maximum values. The sin theta has average value or the cos theta has average value is 0. Now let's begin. What is average value? Let's draw the graph. I think you everyone knows it that this is the graph of sin x. This is having certain positive value, this is having certain negative value. If I will find the average value, तो इस केस में मेरे पास ऊपर वाली कुछ वैल्यूज़ होंगी, मेरे पास नीचे वाली कुछ वैल्यूज़ होंगी और उनका ओवरऑल दोनों इक्वल इन द डेप्थ, इक्वल इन द हाइट और सेम आइडेंटिकल हैं, देन डेफिनेटली जितना पॉजिटिव पार्ट है उतना ही नेगेटिव पार्ट है, तो ओवरऑल इट विल बिकम 0. Hence the average value of sin theta and cos theta is 0. Whereas the average value of sin square theta is 1 by 2 or cos square theta is 1 by 2. This is also very important that how do we take the approximation. अगर मेरे पास थीटा बहुत ज़्यादा छोटा है, थीटा is tends to 0, it's very small, then we will take sin theta as theta. Let's suppose the theta is very small, that sin 1 degree, then it will be equals to 1. Tan 1 degree is approximately equals to 1 and cos 1 degree तो 1 होता ही है. Now coming to the domain and the range of the function, the range of sine or trigonometric functions. The sine have value from 0 to 1 and minus 1. So it is having minimum value minus 1, maximum value 1. Similarly, the cos has the minimum value minus 1, maximum value 1. So this is the minimum value and the maximum value of the sine and cos. Right? We know that sin 90 degree is equals to 1. Sin 270 degree is equal to minus 1. And the values oscillate or lie in between these two only. Let's take some examples. If I want to find sin 75 degree, so I can apply the formula of sin 45 degree plus 30 degree. In this I can apply sin A plus cos B, sin A plus B. Sin A plus B is nothing but sin A cos B plus cos A sin B, and we will substitute the value as So it will be nothing but root 3 plus 1. This is the value of sine 75 degree. If I want to calculate sine 22.5 degree, how will I find it? I will apply sine 2 into 22.5 degree, that is sine 45, and sine 45 has a value 1 by root 2. Now sine 2 theta is nothing but 2 sine theta cos theta. Similarly, if I want to find the value of sine 105 degree, so can I calculate the value by 60 plus 45 degree? Before moving ahead, let me tell you some relations between sine, that sine of minus theta will be equals to minus sine theta, cos of minus theta will be equals to cos theta itself, tan of minus theta is equals to minus tan theta, cot of minus theta will be equals to minus cot theta, sec of minus theta is equals to sec theta, and cosec of minus theta is equals to minus cosec theta. These will be very helpful to you. Also, please write some more formulas. Sine 90 plus theta will be equals to cos theta. Sine 90 minus theta will be equals to cos theta. Cos 90 plus theta is equals to minus sin theta. Cos 90 minus theta is equals to sin theta. Sin 180 plus theta is equals to minus sin theta. Sin 180 minus theta is equals to sin theta. Cos 180 plus theta is equals to minus cos theta. Cos 180 minus theta is equals to minus cos theta. Now we will understand that how these are interchanging, how these formulas are coming, or how we can interpret the value. So for that, let me draw the coordinate axis. Let's suppose this is my coordinate axis and these are my quadrants. In these all quadrant, I know that here all are positive. Here only the sine and cosine are positive. Here the tan and cot are positive. Here cos and sec are positive. Now, to understanding, we will take this as a vertical line और इसको मैं एक odd part मान के चलता हूँ और इसको मैं एक even part मान के चलता हूँ और this is my horizontal line. अब now you have to remember कि अगर मेरा एंगल हॉरिजॉन्टल की टर्म में है, then my function will change now. For better understanding, learn the thing as कि अगर मेरा एंगल is in the terms of horizontal, then the function won't change, and if the angle is in the form of vertical, the function changes. बस ये दो चीज़ें हमें याद रखनी है, अब हम सारे एंगल्स कैलकुलेट कर सकते हैं. लेट्स टेक एन एंगल ऑफ sin 90 plus theta. The 90 degree is lying on the vertical line. Let me write some angles as well to make it more clear. हॉरिजॉन्टल में कौन सा एंगल आएगा 0 डिग्री, फिर इसके बाद ये कौन सा है 90 डिग्री, फिर ये कौन सा है 180 डिग्री, फिर ये कौन सा है 270 डिग्री, ये कौन सा है फिर 360 डिग्री, 450 डिग्री, 540 डिग्री, 630 degree, and so on. Right, now if I want to calculate the sine 90 plus theta, 90 is lying on the vertical line or the odd line, the function will change from sine to cos. The angle is theta, okay fine, angle is theta. If the original function is sine 90 plus theta, the quadrant has become second, and in the second quadrant sine is positive, so it will be positive. So this will be the answer. Let me clear it. Sine 90 minus theta, it is lying on a vertical line, so the function will change, so it will become cos. The angle is theta, there is theta. Sine 90 minus theta is lying on the first quadrant. In the first quadrant everything is positive, so the angle is cos theta only. Let me take you another example. Sine 180 minus theta. 180 minus theta is second quadrant. In second quadrant the function will be positive. The 180 is horizontal line, the function won't change, so it will be positive sine theta. Let me take you cos 270 minus theta. 270 minus theta is which quadrant? Third quadrant. Third quadrant the function will remain negative for the cos, and 270 is vertical line, and in vertical line the function will change from cos, it will become sine. So if someone told me that to find the value of sine 300 degree, can I write it as sine 270 plus 30 degree? This has become the fourth quadrant, and the fourth quadrant the sine is negative, and hence it is a vertical line, the function will change, so it is cos 30 degree. That is nothing but minus root 3 by 2 is the answer for sine 300 degree. So today we have discussed the conversions of the angles, the combinations of the angles in the trigonometry, the average value, the maximum values, and if the angle is theta or very small, then how can the values be calculated. Also we have gone through with the identities of trigonometry, with the inverse properties, with the identities of trigonometry, some of the formulas, with the combinations of the angles over multiple angles, and if the twice of angle. There is also a formula of thrice of angle. It's your target to find the angle sine 3a formula, the formula for sine 3a and cos 3a, or sine 3x or cos 3x. That's it for the day. We will continue the next lecture, in which we will cover the logarithm part, and we will have the very more important is graphs. Till then, please be in touch. Have a nice day.